twin it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Jones looking to throw right away. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. Second down at 7.
Now Jones. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Throwing, Jones.
He completes this to Walker. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. At the 31-yard line. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Lance. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. The Niners hit 11-4 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the way they played last week defensively, when I watched the tape, I had to stop it a couple of times and count to make sure there were just 11 guys on their side of the field because they covered every angle and thoroughly shut down the other side. Hold them just 7 points total. They do that again, that'll get the job done one more time in a big way.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
This is the tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
On the counter, it's Walker.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Jones now on third down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Drake Jackson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Fant on the short completion. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Jones to throw on third down.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The slot man in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Walker has it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
$13 yards remaining on second down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Back to throw again.
Going right back to Fant.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. And they'll get back within a single point now. It's 11-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Lance now on 1st down. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 10. Mike 10, Mike 10. Defense wins championship.
Hey, red. Nice blue.
10's the mic. 10's the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike 10.
Strike it. Strike it.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
It's our time. It's our time. Mike 10.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Steps away to his left.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
38. Girl green.
Here's Lance.
Flush to his right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
Push him back. Push him back.
The Lance going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, 57 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Jones, throwing on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Second and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Now a play fake. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Don't get nervous. Check. Lucky.
Red, cycle.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
A handoff running left is Mostert. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Yellow, 43. Hey, full fury. Field, black. Switch it. Ready.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
White.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
2nd and 10.
Number 53, Mike 50.
Blue striker. Ready, go.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Here we go. Black, 95.
Check 52.
Lance now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. 1st down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got to completion just short of the 1st down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This to make it a 2-score game. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creep.
Jones now on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to Walker on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's got his tight end Fant. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 30 39 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion.
36.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all three timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
On the handoff and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will make this a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Lance now on first down. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing now is Lance. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's Lance. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
56 for Mark, boy. 56. Check 56. He's scared. Mark 56. Mark 56. So we got man.
Lance back to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Now Lance. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Shot, 17. Round, cycle. Ultra, go ultra, go.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's back to throw. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Seahawks,
they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.